Who's ready for part two of the series? I called it documentary in the first part. It's not a freaking documentary, it's just a series on Jake Paul by Shane Dawson. A little disclaimer, I never saw this series. The only things that I knew before watching part one about the Paul family was like that there are two brothers. I never know who's Logan, who's Jake. But I remember one of them being the first big scandal, YouTube scandal that I can remember. It was about the forest accident, and it was Logan. Then I knew that one of them fought with Mike Tyson, and then the one of them did something with Mr. Beast, like things that you can uh, eat for kids or something. So yeah, this is just my knowledge. So I really wanted to dive into this. This is episode two. By the way, hello, hi, welcome or welcome back. I almost finished the animation, so from I believe from tomorrow, I want to be optimistic. From tomorrow, like the next video, you will see the animation. So I won't be here saying the same intro all over again. My name is Noemi. I'm an Italian artist, more business owner, but on this channel, usually I do a bunch of stuff, mainly talking. But without further ado, let's get back into the video. And today we are going to talk about, as I said, the dark side of Jake Paul. It's the episode two. The first episode was The Mind of Jake Paul. You can see it on my channel. There's a whole playlist called Drama, which is where I talk about online drama, things that happen honestly into the world. And I have also other playlists because, as I said, I do a bunch of stuff here. So yeah. Also, while I was editing the last video, I was I'm sorry if in the last video my main reaction to everything was like, but was really not ready for what I saw, because as I said, there are many things that I didn't know, and I was astonished about the all the crazy things that I witnessed in just the first episode. And it's something, and also something that really clicked in my head even during the first video, but also at the end of the video, is that these people who did all these things, they are still thriving. Like, we saw that they were talking, oh my God, I would be like, you will have backlash for this series because I'm a controversial um, person right now, and in Hollywood and whatever, Los Angeles, whatever. So if you do a series on me, we will both be into like shitty storm or whatever. These people are all thriving. Like Shane is thriving, Logan is thriving, Jake Paul is thriving. They are not like bothered at all about all these things that happen. So as I said, and as I will keep this in mind, it's like a lesson in life. Like, doesn't matter, and we see it every day honestly. As soon as you turn on the TV or the news or whatever, mostly no one will have consequences for what they do. But yeah, enough with the talking. Let's go into the video. Oh, by the way, I didn't say it in the first video. The video is sped up because my attention span is really, really low, and also I don't want to waste any time. And if you in the video you won't hear anything, is mostly because Shane Dawson uses copyright music, and I don't want YouTube to come for my ass. Okay, let's go. I don't know what was that accent.
All right, welcome to part two of The Mind of Jake Paul. Now, today's episode is sit down with therapist Katie Morton to talk about the psychology of Jake Paul. And we also talk about my issues and the fact that I probably need more therapy. So that's why I'm
Damn. Right into the sponsor. Please don't In my opinion, it's not a good sponsor, but same.
Tessa is asleep right now, and we are going to do the buried alive prank. The buried alive prank is where you go into someone's room while they're sleeping, you put a ton of blankets over them. It's like a lot of weight and like pressure, and they feel like they're in a coffin, and you play an ambulance noise, and then you start to talk like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, she's gonna make it through it, she's gonna make it through it, and then they freak out. All right, so let's see what happens.
Oh my God. What made, like, one of my worst nightmare is not the being buried alive per se, is the uh, lack of air in my lungs, and to have blankets on my face. I don't even do that during winter. I cannot stand blankets on my face, like oh, damn it, to cover my face, like up here. I need to breathe. I need to have my nose and my mouth free. Damn.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
What the heck? That was so scary! Jesus!
You couldn't breathe?
No.
Makes it more real.
Okay, our Uber. It's here. I love you.
If I was if I was watching this when I was still, if I was like 15, 16, maybe it's my humor. Honestly, I find this kind of things really, really scary. And if I saw a grown ass man, but even 20 years old, I don't know how old was he. Maybe they will say it. But if I saw a young adult, a man or whatever, do this kind of pranks on other people, I would be really, really scared. Also, you couldn't breathe, ha ha ha. Sir, I think you need a checkup, in my opinion.
Good luck. I got
Cute.
a girl psychopath.
I don't stand Shane Dawson, but if I see love on screen, I will say it's cute. Sorry.
Today I want to talk to you about the word psychopath, so stay tuned.
What do you think? I think that there's got to be some reason why somebody can be as, I don't know what the word is, outgoing, negatively outgoing as him.
I love you. I love you.
Whatever it is, probably runs in the family because his brother. Right. But Logan, I feel like, is more likable. Right? Like, not as many people hate him. Do you know who Jake Paul is? Yeah. No? Doing like a little documentary thing about whether or not he's a sociopath.
I like the fact that they're talking with this driver. I really hope they asked for permission to, well, they didn't show his face yet, but imagine you go to work and you already have to deal with many things that happens, but then someone jumps in and goes like, do you know this person? No. Well, I'm doing this. Okay.
Sociopath.
I would be
yeah,
like,
I heard you talking about it. Yeah.
Have you met any sociopaths?
I meet a lot of people, but I don't know if I met a sociopath.
fair.
How do you tell somebody's a sociopath? What are the symptoms?
Well, from what I've read, they're
Right.
instantly likable. But they don't have real emotions, and
Likable.
everything they do is kind of an act. And they just want to manipulate people.
My wife.
Sir, can we do a follow up on this person to see if he got a divorce or something?
I didn't know that.
I'm
I
more
thought it's
curious
opposite.
about him.
Somebody that's unlikable, not likable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
Imagine being the wife and looking at this by chance or something.
I guess it would make sense that you don't follow him. Why would you follow him?
Duh.
Oh, that is literally the most haunted thing I've ever seen in my
What?
So this is
That's
Brooklyn, right?
pretty.
Jericho. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, Jericho's there. She's naming it. That has to be fake. Like, that is the most fake relationship. Right. It doesn't look real. Oh, he likes animals, so that's good. Or is he pretending to like animals?
Is it? Is it though?
Who's that with him?
I who was it that like I read somewhere, I don't remember where, that someone was saying, yeah, this horrible person loves animals, but it's how can this horrible person like and love animals? On maybe they were saying, oh yeah, it was because someone said that their son or whatever was hurting animals. They were really, really young, like 3 years old, 4 years old, I don't know. And people were saying, oh, if someone doesn't like animals and if they hurt animal, they would be like a psychopath, a sociopath, or they would become like most serial iller were like this, whatever. And someone commented, left a comment saying, Yeah, do you know who was really fond of dogs and animals in general, but like did something really, really horrible?" And they were referring to a person who lived during the 1940 in Germany. Okay,
Justin Roberts. That's Justin Roberts. I mean,
which is
whoever
true.
Justin Roberts is, he has his own private plane.
Justin Roberts. Who's this guy?
They have a giraffe. Is that for
They
real?
have a giraffe.
Do they actually have a giraffe? I don't think so.
What's up, buddy? Yo, say hi to Jake Paul.
Maybe. Am I gonna meet a giraffe? Weird. This picture, that looks like two fucking straight up sociopaths planning their next move.
Okay, hey
Oh,
Salt,
caption.
why are we doing
Let's
this?
go.
The caption? Let's go.
Thanks. Let's go.
I'm gonna be famous, dude. Good morning, New York! Accept me, love me!
What is wrong with you? I could have died.
I'm doing good, right? Should I keep on going?
Thank you so much.
Why do they have all this footage? Oh, maybe from his YouTube channel. I need to lower.
I was almost gonna say, like, is there anything that she could tell you that would make you not want to do this anymore?
What do you mean?
Like if she says, well, when it comes to this type of person or when it comes to this disorder, you don't want X, Y, Z. You even think about that? I mean, you don't really know much about him or this thing that you're claiming he might have. So it's like, if somebody tells you something about him or if somebody tells you something about this potential disorder, maybe you might.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I think that's right. Oh.
Completely ignored.
Good wine and drink. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I was just saying, I feel like I'm about to get on a roller coaster right now. Well, I'll explain later what this all is. There's a lot more to it than just like, originally we were going to talk about YouTubers. Yeah. And if you have to be kind of a sociopath to be a YouTuber.
Honestly, are you a sociopath?
I don't know.
We all know David's a psychopath.
Surprise, y'all.
Exactly.
I'm also not a sociopath.
Or have some type of personality disorder. It kind of led into a weird direction, which we'll get into later.
One thing that got me thinking after I edited the video, because I am trying to build my career here on YouTube, and I really love making videos, editing videos. Well, editing not that much, but still. I really like to share my like opinions, and when I do art, I really like to share what I know. I really like to talk to people. So, but when he said in the first episode, yeah, I think everyone who's on YouTube mostly, they for sure have something that is going on in their mind. And honestly, I think it's kind of true. Maybe it's ego thing, or maybe it's like self-esteem thing. I don't know, if probably not self-esteem, because usually like today I'm wearing kind of makeup, but usually I do some videos. If you go check some of those videos, I'm like straight up, like my hair up, like all crazy. I don't care. I just want to talk and to uh like have people who leave their opinion and exchange opinions, stuff like that. So I don't think it's a self-esteem, but probably a little bit of ego. Like I I like when people uh, tell me something like, "Oh yeah, I do agree," or maybe, "Yeah, I do agree," but probably that. Obviously, I like when people look up to my art and things that I create. Yeah, probably, but it's not like it's something that got me thinking a lot. Maybe I'm doing this for this reason, maybe, but honestly, it's just mainly for sharing things. Also, what about people? What about us? Oh, sorry. What about people who have a YouTube channel but faceless YouTube channel? What about them? And maybe they talk and show their art or something. What about them? So this got me thinking a lot. Was the h- only smart thinking?
Before we do that, sociopaths.
Yes.
You know, you came on my podcast and you were very clued in. Like, you knew that I had struggled with an eating disorder.
I look in the mirror and I see a huge person.
What is body dysmorphic disorder, and how do we know if we have it?
You knew by even looking at me. You're very intuitive about all that. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about this, because I feel like if anybody could tell me what to look for, it would be you. Because I feel like you spot them.
You can feel them. I don't know if you can really spot them.
I hated that. Oh my god. Okay, what do you mean you can feel them?
It's like you said, roller coaster. That's the perfect way to set it up, because it's almost like when you're around people like this, it's if you sense what I sense, I guess, about them, it's like a pit in your stomach. Like it's that feeling, but just from them being around.
Ooh. Okay.
This doesn't feel like science. It feels more like opinion.
So,
Maybe
besides the
both.
feeling,
I don't know.
what are the characteristics, I guess?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot to it. A lot of it is just the main thing people talk about is like they have no empathy. And I think that's a hard thing for people to actually fully understand, because most of us don't have this issue. So we feel for other people.
Yeah.
And we feel all day. I feel pissed off. I feel excited. I feel disappointed, whatever. They don't have any of that. For instance, the other day I was in my car and I'm driving, and there's a little lady that started to get into the crosswalk, and I was like, honey, you got like 12 seconds. I'm worried. I hope people wait for you and like pay attention.
Right.
You know, a sociopath would just be like, ugh. Like they wouldn't worry. There's no worry for her. They don't have any empathy for the situation for her. They would, if someone kicked a dog and they saw it, they wouldn't feel anything for it. They just have no empathy. And I don't talk about like bad things, but also good things. Like they just don't.
What the hell
Like
was
imagine
that?
if you lived in a world in your brain where anything that happened to other people, you didn't really care about it at all. You didn't care.
Listen, I'm I do care about anything, and I can say that sometimes I do wish to be like this, because even the simple thing like waking up, opening Instagram, opening, I don't know, a newspaper, news things, and to feel all the weight of the world situation on your shoulder, and to feel so small that you cannot do anything, or even to talk with a friend, with some, or even to hear someone talking about what they are going through, and you cannot do anything besides, I don't know, listening and saying, I'm so sorry. Is there something I can do? But you know that you cannot do much. Um, is terrible. And sometimes I did think I wish I was born like this, without empathy, without, because it's exhausting. And there are some days that I cannot even wake up, like stand from the bed, because it feels so draining. So it's sometimes I do envy people who are not.
Care how they felt. You didn't care what happened to them, as long as it didn't affect you.
The moments many feared would be their last.
Like a mosquito.
Ooh. That is terrifying.
Yeah, that's hence that feeling. Like,
Is that a mental disorder? What is it?
technically speaking, a lot of like clinicians like myself would call it antisocial personality disorder.
Hey everyone, it's Iris, and I'm going to talk to you about antisocial personality disorder, which is my diagnosis.
So what are like the bullet points, for example, like in a book, what would it say?
Sociopaths believe that like the law doesn't apply to them and like the rules don't apply to them. They're like above it, and they're so important to everybody else that like they'll get away with it. Like nobody will care.
I think you should know, while we were shooting the episode, I got arrested. Okay.
We're getting pulled over. Oh my god. He made me put my hands on the dashboard. Why? Am I threatening?
Did you have your ID, ma'am?
I have a warrant out for my arrest, and he just pulled us over and let us all go.
So they always just think they're better, bigger, more important than everybody else. Like, for instance, failure to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behavior. So they're usually like
Getting into fights,
She ended up starting a full-on fight with Nikki.
stealing,
After stealing a tube of lip gloss, Megan Fox went on a crime spree at her local Walmart.
and it could go as far as murder.
Simpson arrested for the murder of his wife Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman.
But then deceitfulness, indicated by repeating lying, using aliases, conning others. So using anything they can to get their needs met. People aren't people, they're just tools to be used in their life for their game, whatever it is.
Okay. So, like, to a sociopath, the world is a chess game.
Yes.
And all the pieces are people.
And they don't care about them, there's no empathy for them. Remember that. They're just tools. Can I use that to help me get what I want? So, for instance, people who would have antisocial personality disorder will be extremely rude to any help people. So they tend to be like really quick and like angry and irritable and like push them off.
Leaders. So, like, for example, if it was a YouTuber, they would probably be rude to fans. No, because they want
they give them something, yeah. It's because the main two things that they usually want is power and money.
And I'm gonna be the biggest entertainer on the planet. I wanna be the first social media billionaire.
So with fans comes power and money.
What the hell is that? Like, when people say things like this, I'm like, what? This is a shitty dream. I want to be the first billionaire, like social media billionaire. Dude, I understand that there are some people. What? My dog wants cuddle. No, dopo. I understand that there are some people, like, not everyone can dream big, and honestly, there's nothing wrong to have small dreams. Small in the sense that, like, I don't know, people who dream to have, I don't know, a farm or something, which is not small at all, but simple dreams, let's say. But this feels so out of touch. I want to be the first billionaire too. Okay, I guess.
Merch. Buy that merch.
So they'd probably be actually really nice to their fans.
I wouldn't doubt you doing it, man.
I'm going to.
Spend $100, free shipping, y'all.
He's awesome.
But if a fan died or a fan was hurt, they wouldn't care.
Not really, but if it meant that they could make a video about it and get more views and get more fans.
Jake Paul, there's, I don't know how to say this, but like, we lost.
Isn't that creepy? It's so creepy. It's like, we're gonna have to take a shower after this.
Yeah.
Then they also are impulsive, so failure to plan ahead. They'll want to do things and then not do things on a whim, which is what makes them a little dangerous. I always think impulsive is like a dangerous thing for both them and the people around them, you know?
That sounds like someone we know. But they don't have emotions, so like they wouldn't cry.
They might if they thought it made them fit in or like get what they want, because they're deceitful.
Okay. So sociopaths. So they don't have emotions. Do they pretend to have emotions?
Yes, because they'll mimic to fit in to get what they want. You and I aren't going to respond well to someone just asking us for something. We have to feel emotionally involved in some way in order to do something that maybe we normally wouldn't do. So in order to get people to be the tools that they need, they'll mimic behavior that they know will elicit the response they want.
Okay. So they're pretending to laugh. They're pretending to cry. Are they just like kind of mimicking what they've seen in like movies?
Yeah, movies, other people around them. If
This got me thinking too. Besides the actor factor, this got me thinking that I watch a lot of true crime, and I learn a lot by just watching the people, like the people, how a person moves, how a person talks, the voice, the intonation of the voice, the if it's low, if it's high, the manner that they use. And I remember watching a video about a case where an ex-husband got offed. I'm sorry if I don't say some words, and I know it's terrible, but I don't want YouTube to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to punish you. There's another mosquito." What was I talking about? Oh yeah, about this ex-husband who got, and they knew, like the police knew that it was the ex-wife, and when she went to the police station to talk and to know, because this man had also, when it happened, it had his son with him. It was crazy, but when the ex-wife went there, because they called her, like, I cannot tell you, like, it's crazy how they can manipulate you, even if you have the truth in your hand, like, they can fake everything. And I'm not saying that that woman was a sociopath or whatever, but there are people who can fake, who can mimic, uh, damn it, who can mimic the. Also, it's huge and black. Oh, this was not a good phrase to say. Sorry. Um, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
They, like, let's say, for instance, we're talking about YouTube. So if they're watching a ton of YouTube videos and they would see how other people respond, they might even read the comments to see how people react to that kind of a video, and then they'd mimic that in order to, let's say someone was super successful and they did story time videos, for instance. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying if they saw that someone was doing this, and they're like, oh, they got so many views, and like the people in the comments really feel for them, and then maybe they'll buy more merch or whatever, right? Power, money. Then they'll be like, oh, I can do that too. I can mimic that.
Until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous.
So they learn like what gets people ahead, what type of behaviors, what type of emotional responses get what they want.
This feels also a little bit like marketing.
For example, like
nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to say this person's a sociopath because I don't know, but like Logan Paul, for example, the dead body thing was bad.
Oh my God, he's hanging. Bro.
But to me, the weirdest part of it was when he was talking about it in the video and talking about suicide prevention. There was like a really loud, sad song playing the whole time. It was
like I said earlier, suicide, mental illnesses, depression.
To me, it was like, oh, this is sad. I'll put a sad song. So, not saying he's a sociopath, but like that's something that a sociopath would do, right? Be like,
totally. Yeah, because that'd be like mimicking behavior. But I think like because that would make it feel, it'll elicit the response maybe he's wanting.
Suicide is not the answer. Literally, guys, what I preach every day is being a maverick. Like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. In fact, I encourage you to do that. If you're not a part of the Low Gang, make sure to subscribe.
Again, not saying he's necessarily a sociopath, but like that would be what sad music. I mean, we all know even on YouTube, and it'll say like sad. It like kind of tells you what the music is. You pick it according to that.
That's crazy.
I'm under attack. Oh, because I have a black shirt. They are attracted to black.
Wait.
If somebody didn't know like how to be emotionally, they would just go to the audio library and like literally click the emotion.
Just pick the emotion that they want people to feel.
Do they not know? Like, would they? If a YouTuber's a sociopath and they're making an apology video.
I first want to apologize to my brother.
So they just type in sad and they pick one?
I in no way meant to like hurt his feelings.
Would they not know what a sad song was?
They might know it just because of society. Think about like radio DJs will be like, oh, here's a sad song about a lost lover. I mean, I don't know. So they probably learned, but I think what they don't have knowledge of is what it is to experience that emotion.
I mean, I don't know. Are you not a second? Ma'am?
Wow. When a sociopath cries, do other people not feel anything? Because I've been around some people who have cried in front of me, and not like in a video or anything, just in real life, and I'm like, why do I not feel anything? I don't feel anything right now. Is that a sign?
So as you can see, I got a tear come out.
Because if they're mimicking, they're pulling their craft kind of. So if they're not very good at it, they won't elicit the right response out of you.
Her fans are not having it.
Because they're not really that good at doing it.
Everyone says that the sociopath is such a great actor, but when we take pictures of people, they're caught off guard. They don't have time to put the mask on. So the eyes look dead, and they have this creepy, weird, fake smile, or their eyes will be dead, but then the mouth will do this.
It's just off. Something's off.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
We're only halfway through. Okay.
Oh my god.
Irritability and aggressiveness is indicated by repeated physical fights or assaults.
As this is not the first time she's been caught on video throwing a shoe in a fight.
Like they'll fly off the handle.
Oh shit, really?
Especially if someone tries to discredit them or put them down in some way, this will be like a knee-jerk response.
She got her ass whooped by a fucking 13-year-old.
Like they want to fight people or they want to be aggressive. And I honestly believe that in females, this might be a little bit different, where it would be more of a manipulation component to hurt them emotionally. Or maybe like girls would like shout, scream, and like try to embarrass them in some way.
I will get your ass deported.
Then next is reckless disregard for.
Wait a damn minute. I knew that this felt a little bit off and a little bit, in my opinion, misogynist. I don't know. Misogynistic, I think. But it says that these traits are, they show in a different way, but both sects are like manipulative. Although women with the ASPD present less this is from a government National Library of Medicine. Although, what was I reading? Although women with ASPD present less violent antisocial behavior and higher rates of aggressiveness and irritability, they have higher rates of victimization, greater impairment, and lower social support. Our findings suggest increased mental health needs in women meriting development of a different treatment program for women and men. ASPD, which is antisocial personality disorder, which is something that I heard someone say, like right now, you don't say, oh, this is sociopath. This is a sociopath. You say ASPD, which is the clinical word, like clinical way to call it, and more precise. Is characterized by disregard for violation of the rights of others that begins in childhood and continues to adulthood, has been associated with childhood abuse and neglect, demonization and increased vulnerability. One of the strongest is it is its male preponderance with 3-to-1 ratio of men to women. Fair. Maybe also because of the, patriarchy fucks us all. Like, it's more common to men. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm not anyone. I just like to deep dive into things. I was saying maybe because men are more neglected in their feelings, like they grow up like you cannot share your feelings, you cannot cry, you cannot, so they learn how to dive into life in a different way. I don't know. So yeah, this felt a little bit like bullshit in my opinion.
For the safety of self or others, so they don't really care what happens to them. Because again, like remember, they don't have any empathy, they don't have any feeling, they don't have feelings like we do in the same way. So they really don't care if something bad happens.
You do not care about what happens to you at all.
As his lawyer spoke to the press, Simpson goofed around, making faces like he didn't have a care in the world.
So like, okay, for example, if they were on a plane and everybody's feeling turbulence, oh, the plane's about to go down, they wouldn't even really care.
Not necessarily.
It's just like, oh, the game is over. Oh, that just gave the chills.
That the game is over.
They drive fast, probably. Like drugs, drink, do things that harm their body. They don't care.
Yeah, because they don't care.
Tattoos.
Probably.
They put their friends in bad places, so that would be like...
Yeah, like think of YouTube, like if they were doing like challenges, they wouldn't care if it was like really dangerous for someone or like hurt someone.
But if we can get a trampoline and jump in the middle of traffic, that would be so fire. Let's do this.
But like consider not that we're saying like the Paul brothers are sociopaths at all, but like wasn't it Jake Paul that like lit a huge fire in his pool with like furniture and stuff? They could have burned the house down. Or the people's home next door who could have been sleeping. Like for God's sake, they don't consider that.
A lot of people can fall into that category. Putting your friends in harm without caring.
Yeah. Then we have consistent irresponsibility. They don't know what it's like to be responsible because they don't care about how that affects other people. Let's say they got kicked out of their house and that meant that all the people that live with them were kicked out too. They'd be like, whatever, I'll figure it out. Because they don't care about themselves.
Okay. Whoa.
And then this is like the worst. This is the final one. But this last one is lack of remorse. So like, let's say they're being reckless and people get hurt, they don't give any shits about it.
Okay, so for example, if the YouTuber...
Which honestly, I think it's the most common that shows up.
If somebody got hurt during a prank or during a video or doing something for them, they wouldn't care. They don't feel bad. Like TanaCon, for instance, with you felt such remorse. You were like, oh my God, people are outside, this is terrible, I feel terrible, I'm gonna find a way to reimburse people. Someone who fit this would be like, nah, whatever, fuck them. That'd be their whole mentality. They might even be like they bought tickets and they were taking a risk, like they just try to they'd rationalize.
I don't want to say yeah, but what if it was a marketing strategy? Like, yeah, I need to reimburse these people, otherwise I will sink with Tana, Mojo, and everything that happened, that went down. So I need to like damage control the situation. I'm not saying that it was not genuine, but we see many celebrities and influencers that do these kind of things, and then they are shitty people.
It. Like they would blame others because they try to rationalize it out to make it not their fault because they just don't really care.
Ooh, I'm feeling sick.
It's really gross. It's just creepy. And the thing I think is hard for people who don't have this to understand is like it's hard for us to view life without emotion and without caring.
What the fuck?
And that's what they live in. That's like that's their experience.
So they're like, it's kind of like a robotic state of living, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like a robot.
I saw an image when I Googled it, and it said that sociopath is like they're wearing a mask, and around certain people they use a different one. Like around you I'm going to be funny, around you I'm going to be sad, around you I'm going to be charming, around you but what's under the mask is the truth.
Yeah.
And that person is never seen.
No, I'd almost argue like doesn't really exist because they don't really know who they are. because their whole life is spent like manipulating others and mimicking behavior to fit in. So that's why there's different masks for different people, because you'll notice if you're around someone
This is what I was talking about. Like maybe it's more, no, maybe like the study shows that it's more common for men because they don't learn how to manage their emotions and how to express their emotions. So maybe they learn how to suppress it, how to mask it. Opinions? No, I don't know. I'm not a professional, so just
this when they're giving you like heebie-jeebies.
Daddy loves her, and Daddy's gonna give her anything she wants as long as she does what Daddy tells her.
They do a lot of like, I don't know how else to describe it other than just being like a data detective. They're trying to get as much information about you as possible. The thing about YouTube is we put it out there so they can find it by just watching, if we're being honest. So they're going to be detectives, they're going to scrounge, they're going to get as much information as they can so they can create the right mask for you so that they can manipulate to get what they want, because people aren't people, they're tools.
If you wanted to segue into like a big picture about like YouTubers, because that's got to say something about YouTubers and YouTube in general, because that what you just described is like, that's like a playground for people like that, right?
Is that, that's like, YouTube is that. It is like their playground. If they have been watching YouTubers growing up, and now they're like, oh, I'm 18, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to use everything I learned. So do you think it is possible that a lot of YouTubers might be this?
They could be, or they could be narcissistic.
What's that? I mean, I know what it is, but not like trauma.
Yeah, because narcissism is again, it's like born out of trauma usually, which kind of makes you feel bad for them a little bit. But
why are we not saying the correct thing? I don't know, maybe back then, 7 years ago, they used different terminology, but in 2018 already, from Cambridge University. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure that people who are professionals should use the correct words to even to teach others. Like if you're talking, if you're giving your opinions as a professional, I think you should use, it's not correct to use common words. It's correct to say like that this is a disorder of personality. I don't know.
like not that much, because they feel so fragile as a person that they put up like this wall that they're better than. They need a lot of attention. They want everybody to like them. They want to control everything and everybody else. So they tend to be really manipulative as well. So there is some overlap with this, but they do actually feel things. But they manipulate in the same way.
But they have a heart.
Yes.
Do sociopaths have a heart?
I don't believe so.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. In my 10 years of YouTube, I've met a lot of YouTubers. I've definitely met a few where I've got that gut feeling.
That we're talking about. Like that. Yeah.
And I've met a few that fit
they
this,
want names.
but I don't get that gut feeling. Are those people probably
better manipulators, or they know enough about you?
I literally, my heart.
It's really gross. I know. So like then you might even be like friends with them because you don't know you're being manipulated.
That there are people like this.
How realistic is it that like what's like the statistic? I guess like how realistic is it for me to know one?
They say 1 in 25.
I thought it was like 1 in 10,000 or something.
They make it seem like it's a really low percentage. It's a huge percentage of the population. It's the same as like schizophrenia or other mental illnesses that we know well and we see and we hear about. But even in school, they didn't really talk enough about this because it's icky. It's the dark side, essentially.
Why am I just learning this? Why is this something that nobody talks about? 1 in 25 is like a person in your class, or a person in my family, for sure, or a person in my friend group, or like 100 people on YouTube, or more.
Yeah, it's way more common. Once you kind of start paying attention to it, you can feel those people out.
So for people watching at home, in their day-to-day life, what should they look for? Is it the person who's always happy? Is there like a mean characteristic? Because it's not like an evil-looking person. They're pretending to be nice.
Yeah, they're pretending, they're mimicking. I think, in truth, it'd be someone who is really popular.
Simpson had an active social life and lots of friends.
And someone who
why there's
always
O.J.
knows the right thing to say
Simpson
for some reason, no matter the situation. They're always really witty.
You know, I mean, I ordered a cake for myself. I'm not a monster.
I see. All right. So at least you had a cake.
Yeah, I'm not a sociopath.
Yeah.
They're actually super intelligent, usually, because to manipulate takes a lot of intelligence. Imagine all the, like, detecting we have to do and, you know, searching for all those little bits about people that we can use to manipulate them. It takes a lot of effort. They probably have a lot of different relationships in their past. Like, they tend to bounce from friends to friends because as soon as people start to see a chink, if they're not very good at manipulating, they'll move on to another group. Like, adults move a lot. Not very far in a radius, but they'll move from, like, a city to another city, so the people who kind of figured out something was up aren't there anymore.
Do they have relationships?
Yeah, they do. They can even be married with kids. Whatever they think helps them fit in. Think about anything in life, owning a home, having a dog, getting married, having kids, whatever it may be. They're going to put up the best show that they can. and they're master manipulators. So they can manipulate people into thinking that they love them.
Look, you punched her a number of times.
I fell in love with that person.
You threatened to beat the blank out of her.
That's embarrassing.
When you got home, also said you warned you were going to kill her. You don't appear like a violent person, right? In fact, you appear rather calm, rather nice.
They'll do everything someone wants, whatever they think they'll learn so much about this person. Also, we talk about YouTube being their playground, so are online dating sites. Because they can find people that way and they can learn a lot about them in their profile. And then they'll do exactly what they want them.
I don't know. But this whole spiel feels, in my opinion, like I'm feeling, right now, I'm feeling worried in the sense that it feels like they're classifying each and every single one of these people with ASPD. They're saying these people are dangerous. These people live amongst us. These people are everywhere, but they mimic, which is, I know that it's true. Maybe some of them have the diagnosis, and they, they live their lives. They try to cohabit with it, but it feels like propaganda out there. I don't know. I'm feeling scared right now, and I don't know if it's a good thing. Like I think you can inform people. You can spread, awareness. Mostly also for people who have this kind of symptoms, and they can see themselves into this. But it feels like, yeah, you should be scared. You should be scary. They are everywhere. Even your neighbor, even your partner, even your mother, your father, which is fair because, again, they are everywhere. But Jesus.
Like they'll be their perfect, because they always ask, like, what would be your perfect mate? They'll become that perfect mate.
Because it doesn't matter either way to them, because they're not losing anything.
They don't have any empathy. They don't care. It's people are tools. So if I need to get married or I need to be in a relationship, how do I make that happen? And they'll want to move quick too. They'll like get to know you, and then they'll want to be your best friend, or they'll want to start dating, or they'll want to start asking you to marry them, or they want to move in. Like everything moves pretty quickly. Not crazy quick because they're manipulators, but like just enough that you're like, and your friends and family be like, that's really fast. And I don't know them very well, and they won't let you see much of their life either. Like usually they're hesitant to let people over to their house, or their bedrooms, or parts of their space that they can't like completely make look a certain way.
What am I? Because, like, I feel like I attract sociopaths.
Potentially,
I'm not
so soft.
Yeah, like, I'm not calling out people. I'm not saying there's certain YouTubers who I've, like, done videos with or any of that. I just mean in my real life. Like,
yeah.
I feel like, but I also feel like I, like, get them and I want to help them and all of that.
Because you're empathic.
So an empath. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
What is
like,
that?
It's essentially like we feel for other people. Like that's the opposite. An antisocial personality disorder or a sociopath would be your antithesis, like the complete opposite. So every time you think, oh, but like that must really suck for them, they would have none of that. That doesn't exist. They might even be like, something horrific happens and they're like, what's for lunch? Like, let's move on. Because it has no energy, no feeling for them. But an empath is someone you might even like attract these people because you do feel so much. And in doing so, unfortunately, you offer up a lot of yourself. And so they're like, oh, I can use all of this to make this work for me.
But does that mean they don't even like me?
Possibly. I don't know if they know how to like people or love people.
So here I go again. I'm like, that's so sad.
It is.
Is it sad? Because they don't think it's.
When I don't know, it feels, when she says things like, yeah, I don't know if they can like people. You should know if you're, if you're a professional and you don't know, what are we doing? Again, I'm sorry, but this feels off. Can a sociopath love? And I think it goes also for like back. Yes, but only by his own definition, which is this is a good phrase, I think, but only by his own definition of love. A manipulative, uncaring, unemotional kind of love. The sociopath gets whatever he was after in the first place, and then he rapidly becomes bored, constantly needing thrills and stimulation. Oh, I know many people like this.
It's sad.
It's sad for you because it would affect you, but it doesn't affect them.
It's because I just feel sad now because I'm like, okay, if it's 1 in 25 people, it's a lot. We all know one or multiple.
Yeah.
So then it's like that person is never going to experience like the joy of like having sex for the first time.
Well, it's a disorder that
they don't like. That's sad. It's like a robot.
It is sad, but they don't know any different, and they don't really care. That's the thing. There's no empathy. It always goes back to that because it's like hard to be like, oh, that must be horrible for them. And I'm sure if someone has some of the signs and symptoms but isn't fully engulfed in it, they might be really bummed and like try to fix it. But the amount of people I'd assume that fall into that category are very slim to none, especially if we don't catch it early enough, because it only gets worse.
What would happen if they went to therapy?
Oh God, probably nothing. Whatever they wanted to happen, because they're manipulators. They're never going to tell me what's really going on or what they're worried about. They could potentially only get better at manipulating people. Because if they're given like more tools in therapy that we think are like being helpful, and you're actually, especially if it's like a couple, if you're sharing more about yourself, then you're giving them more information to utilize to manipulate you. I like to believe people can get better. That's why I do what I do, but I don't know if they can.
Could it get dangerous?
Definitely. Very much so. 15% of those in prison have antisocial personality disorder or are sociopaths.
That was a quick reaction that you had.
So your only regret is that the torture didn't go on anymore?
Right, and I regret not killing my other victim. I should have killed him too. I just didn't have time. I had to go somewhere.
Will you kill again?
If the opportunity arises, I hope so.
It's the option. It's like she was asked like, would you eat another cake? She was like, if the option arises. I'm sorry, this is horrible. But the lack of everything that this person just said, like the woman just said, it's a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. The lack of remorse, the lack of everything, it's...
Okay, we're done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
Good shit, dude. That's gonna be crazy, isn't it? That's gonna be wicked. Make it look good, please.
I think that's what you're doing.
Right.
Okay, that leads me to my final question. YouTubers. Jake Paul.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know him. That's the thing. It's like people put on shows to be on YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Personas.
Yeah.
But going back to the symptoms and signs that we just read through, like not caring if people get hurt. He's done things to people, like terrorizing members of his like team, right?
Yeah.
Like the lack of emotion in his eyes and stuff is kind of creepy. But I'd have to, I don't know, is he? I mean, is he remorseful? Does he just pretend he's remorseful? We see like videos where he says he is, but is he? I don't know.
First of all, I'm so sorry to the Martinez twins.
I know he's definitely impulsive, but he's also like a younger guy, you know? But I'd have to get to know him better because like we think there's empathy, but is it a show? Is it manipulation? I'd like to hear what other people in his life have to say because they know him better.
Right.
It's definitely possible. Do you have to get a fuller picture of like how he is when the camera's not on and how like what his past girlfriends have to say? Because people who aren't in his life will have a lot better things to say than people who are, because people are technically being manipulated right now, if that's the case. And I don't know if he is either. Like I don't know, I haven't met him either, and I'd have to meet him and I'd have to get to know him a little bit more, and you know what I mean, to get a full picture, because it could be narcissism, it could be nothing. He could be totally fine and it's just a persona. We don't know.
Would you come with me?
Yeah, I'll go. Let's hope he's not scary.
I mean, do I not tell? How do I approach this? Do I say like, oh, I just want to sit and talk and whatever, and then I slowly get into the sociopathic stuff, or do I not even ask?
I don't think we ask. I think it's more because we're kind of on like we're being detectives, we're trying to figure it out. So I think it's more of like, hey, a lot of people talk trash about you, because they do, and that's why I don't want to say he necessarily is, because I don't really know. But, you know, here's a way for us to sit down and talk and, you know, figure some stuff out. I think it's just kind of like a very open-ended, because we'll see where it leads us. And between the two of us, hopefully we can figure out if he's manipulative or
yeah, if it's a series, you will explore different things. So.
Yeah. The one thing about them that I think is really important to know too is that they're instantly likable. They're extremely charismatic. Their manipulation allows them to, they can woo your grandma. They can make kids like.
Listen, I said that I didn't follow these people, but the first, just by looking, just by hearing them, maybe it's a me problem. It's an me problem, but the likable, like to be likable, I don't think this is a problem here. And honestly, I'm asking myself how they became who they are now. Like how these people, sorry, how these people grow their popularity. It's beyond my mind. It's, I don't know.
Like them. Everybody thinks they're the life of the party and the best person, because remember when I was saying like they know just exactly what to say at the right time? They're witty, they're quick-witted, they're usually really funny, and just overall charismatic, so everybody's gonna like them right away.
See, that gives me
What's
hope
with
that he's
this
not
show and movies?
Because like, not to drag him, but he's really not likable. I mean, people instantly, they hate that guy.
Yeah.
Very hateable, punchable, I'd say. That's right. You know what I mean? Like when somebody's trying to punch that guy, like Jake Paul has that
No,
effect.
I do agree.
It's almost like Jeffrey.
Not punchable,
People love
but
to hate him.
Jeffree Star, same thing.
Go kill yourself.
Well, so I feel like that almost
that negates it.
Kind of, right? Like if you were to say a certain celebrity who was a sociopath, who can I get in trouble? But like, because we don't know. But like, it would be somebody instantly likable, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate to like drag somebody because they could be they're super nice. That's why people like them. But I'm not calling anybody out. But let's say like an Ellen, she's super nice. Everybody loves her, and like
no,
that would be. And I don't think she is. But I'm just saying that like that's the type of person we're talking about. It's like that super personality. Everybody likes her. We don't really know why.
Did you happen to see the Logan Paul Casey Neistat interview?
Maybe it's
yes.
My problem. I don't know.
What did you think?
I mean, it was a little creepy, and he didn't really answer the questions, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
And it was kind of narcissistic. It was all about him and like how it affected him.
It's the most viewed anti-suicide PSA ever.
The one thing that was interesting that relates to like sociopathic behavior is like instead of accepting, like you and I, if something happened, like even the Tamacon thing, like, oh my God, this is terrible, I feel terrible. Any normal person would be like, I am so sorry. And like earnestly, you are sorry, that is horrible, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. A sociopath will in turn say that it was so hard for me, you have no idea, they'll cry, this is all the money I lost and all the things that happened, and so that you feel bad for them. They want to turn it around on the situation on its head, so that then you're like, oh my God, I'm
I
so
thought
sorry.
they were.
Leave
This was
every
a trait of a
feeling like it was
narcissistic
worse for them and you feel bad for them.
personality
Or
disorder.
you'll view them in a positive light. You're like, man, that must have been so hard for them. They're such a nice person. Like they'll just completely turn it around.
Maybe I'm being cynical, but there's a little whiff of it sounding like you see yourself in some capacity as a victim. No.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Logan is like so likable.
It's super charismatic.
But Logan, I feel like, is more likable. Right? Like, not as many people hate him.
He's always seen as like the good brother and stuff, you know, which is weird.
Is
I
it
was like
though?
growing up with that brother and I don't know what that was like.
Yeah, like everybody loves Logan, loves Logan, loves Logan.
Gets away with everything.
Gets away with everything because he's so nice and fun and charming. And Jake is, that probably could even make, even if Logan's not sociopath, that could just make Jake even more like angry, rebellious, like whatever.
Oh,
having
totally.
like
Anything to get attention too, maybe.
Accept me, love me.
Might be like, why?
And that's why they feud so much. Not to get too deep, but like maybe Logan's feud with Jake is more like, well, I don't really care that much. Like it's just money and I'm getting views. And Jake might actually be personally like
Might actually be mad
at his brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jake said, quote, I try to be just like him. It's so easy to get sucked into trying to be someone else, and that's what happened most of my life with my brother.
We have to get to know them more. Because I don't know. Antisocial personality disorder is more common among first-degree biological relatives. So they're more predisposed than the general population. So we're talking about that 1 in 25. If you have someone in your family who has antisocial personality disorder, you're much more likely.
You said something about like a traumatic event. Like if a kid has a traumatic event happen, are they more likely to become a sociopath later?
I think they're more predisposed for a lot of things. Like trauma messes with us in so many various ways. Traumas happen all the time. Let's say you were raised in a household where you were physically abused from like the ages of 3 to 12. Essentially what trauma does, if it's done at a young age, is it like doesn't allow us the time to feel safe or to feel like we're actually cared for. It instills fear when we don't really have any place, we don't know where to go with that, we don't have any way to use it, we don't have any coping skills yet. How do we deal with that feeling? The one thing we can do for children, honestly, to like stop perpetuating the cycles that we all have done is like letting them know that how they feel is okay and it's valid. We might not agree, that doesn't mean that they don't still have that feeling. And if we teach children how to communicate about how they feel, I honestly think that a lot of the ailments and issues we struggle with mentally, as well as physically, could be resolved.
I think that is like, when I was a kid, you know, my mom was going through a lot, and I felt like I had to be strong because she was like having trouble. So it was always like, oh, Shane's my rock, he's my support system, oh, he's always strong. So I like
for other people in your life now too? Are you like a fixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like a parentified child, so you've been like an adult since you were whatever age. Yeah.
And I think now
Yeah,
I'm just,
relatable, dude.
I like stay up all night and I'm just lost. And I'm just like, oh, which is why I started falling down the holes of like sociopaths and this and that. Because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I so lost? If I can help all these people, why can't I help myself? Why am I still depressed? Why am I all these things? I look at my channel and I'm like, oh, the more I'm helping people, the worse I'm getting. And this experience with Jake and this sociopath, all this stuff, this very much feels like the breaking point of like, maybe it'll be good to realize I can't help him.
Maybe.
And maybe I should just literally go to therapy myself.
Definitely.
Instead of trying to give therapy to YouTubers like I've been doing.
There is hope. Don't panic.
Yeah, I might have to do a series just about you fixing me. Maybe that is the series.
I thought that
Some like an
he
actual
was
therapist
in
fixing me.
therapy.
Because like
If you are made to have all these
500
problems, you should be in therapy.
Okay, well I'm gonna go outside and second guess every single person I meet.
I honestly, I'm going to say something controversial. If I have in front of me like YouTuber, whatever, really wealthy person, since you know, mental health help, it really costs. It's unbearable. In Italy, we should have free healthcare, but like to go to the dentist, I need to wait 1 year. Just to say that. But if you are a wealthy person, if you have 2 houses, if you have 3 cars, if you have whatever, and you can afford like a psychiatrist, a psychologist, even every day, I think you are dumb if you don't go. I don't like. I will judge you. I will judge you.
I'm so sorry. It's not that many. I mean, it's quite a few.
Most of all, the fact it's not that you should go even if you feel okay. But if you know that you have some issues, if you know that you feel some way, you don't understand why, whatever, and you recognize a pattern or behavior, whatever, why I am like this, why I'm like that, and you don't go to therapy, dude, dumb.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm spiraling. This has become more than just a Jake Paul series at this point, right? This is like, what she described is so many people I know, and so many people I've met, and worked with, and been friends with, and been in relationships with, and anybody could be a sociopath. Anybody. Like, there's a bar right
Everybody.
there. Like, if you walk into that bar, there's probably, what, 100 people? So that means there's 4?
Why isn't that like a thing that's like talked about? It's so weird.
Because the people in charge might be that. Think about it this way. If your teacher's a sociopath, why would you teach you about it? She doesn't want you to know.
Dude, come to Italy.
Actually,
We have a
true.
bunch.
Or like the president. Everybody thinks Donald Trump is a sociopath. So what if every president's a sociopath? Kind of would make sense, right? I heard Steve Jobs.
I did hear about that. I guess I never really thought about what that even meant. I just hear that word and I go,
Steve
oh,
Jobs.
that's different.
Literally all I know is I'm not a sociopath, you're not a sociopath, and like that's it. Like this girl, she could be a sociopath. Look at her, she's smiling. Look at her. Are you a sociopath?
I'm out catching birds, you know, the scooter.
That's what a sociopath is. 2 questions. Number 1, do you think Jake Paul is a sociopath?
Absolutely.
Imagine,
Do you think you know any sociopaths in your real life?
imagine being a fan to go
I do
like,
not.
hi.
What if I told you that 1 in 25 people is a sociopath?
Then I would be questioning my friends.
Same. Wanted a picture?
She got future, I guess.
Contestant number 3, step on up.
Oh, it's already over? Damn, it's
don't
already
like that.
1 hour?
I don't.
I'm sorry. Time flies by. Okay. Okay, this episode was a little bit more soft than the first one. The first one was maybe because they needed, like, they edited in a way that hooked you, like that you wanted to know what happened after that, probably. But everything that they showed was crazy. I'm really interested in the family because I really like to know when I meet someone, I'm really interested in the family aspect, and I'm really, when someone open up with me and talks about their family and their dynamic, is something that I'm really fascinated by, because obviously you are part of your, like, you show who you are, like who your father was, who your mother was, who your grandparents were, and who even your siblings are. So I'm really interested in that. Let me know your opinions. Let me know if you saw it already, if you saw everything already. And this was a roller coaster of things. I don't know. I feel a little bit strange about the psychologist. She said a bunch of things that get me a little bit off. Like I was like, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. So let me know if you watched this already. And yeah, we'll see each other really, 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 really soon.